How are you? Welcome to Mexico. Thank you.
I saw your blog saying that you are happy being here.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so I have the questions here. So you, it's not that I'm answering any.
No, you're good.
Okay. Okay. Exactly, our messenger. Okay, so tell me, which are your most favorite photographers that you have worked with?
Well, I will always be indebted to Steven Meisel, who made my career. He's the one that decided to work with me, and everyone else after that said, well, he worked with her, so we should work with her too. So I thank him from the bottom of my heart for doing that, because if it weren't for him, I would not be modeling.
It's good to be grateful all the time, right?
Always be grateful.
I was reading about you, and you are such a complete woman in many areas. I mean, your personal life, what besides the charity that you do for the things, but I will ask you about that later. First is the vandalism, okay? So, which is your favorite model among all times, and why?
I would have to say Sydney Crawford is definitely my favorite, in that she's a smart businesswoman. She, from the beginning, knew what sort of, who her fans were, and she knew exactly what she needed to do in order to continue as a model, and also as just a smart businesswoman. Think about her clothing, her furniture, and her skincare. I mean, that has nothing to really do with modeling, but here she is known as a supermodel and continued in doing other things, and I think that's amazing.
I agree with you. Tell me, what is your thought on the phrase, looks are not forever?
Looks are not forever. I don't believe that's true. I mean, what you may think is beautiful, I may not think is beautiful. I mean, not everyone has the same taste, so if someone may think, well, that person's getting old and it's not looking so good, I may think, wow, they look better than ever. So
okay.
I think it's really all to one's taste in beauty, in fashion, and style.
Okay. If you hadn't been a top model, what do you think you would have done in your professional career?
I don't know. I definitely left everything to chance. When I was finishing school, I never wanted to go back to school. I was dancing. I, at the time, maybe thought I would continue to dance, but I'm just, I guess the word is lucky that modeling happened, because maybe I'd still be living with my mom. I have no idea. I would not probably be married. I'd probably just be dancing and maybe teaching dance. That's all I can think could have happened.
Okay. Tell me, which is the best advice you have received for your professional career?
My favorite quote that I like to always go back to is, it's nice to be important, but it's important to be nice.
So I love that one. That is
you can use
nice.
it.
Yes, it is so important.
It is. So I think of when people think that I may be someone, well, I'm very thankful that people admire me or congratulate me on my success, but I always have to turn it around and make sure that I'm just as kind.
That is very nice, because that's the real beauty, right?
I think so.
So which one is the worst advice that you have received?
Worst advice.
Let me say, come on.
I would say, I mean, in my career, someone had told me that that I needed to lose more weight when I was already thin, and that was probably the worst advice to give a young adult at the time. And I always look back at that. I mean, I was 15, and someone to say that to me, I thought, how terrible of you to say that to someone who trusts you as an adult. So. But it also is something that I remember, and I always learn from that.
So, but you were very smart, even though you were exactly, even though you were 15. So, regarding what you were saying, let me go down. I know you are one of the only top model that has spoken out about this anorexia thing. What will you say to these girls that are planning to sacrifice their bodies and life, complete lives, for a career?
I always remind them that at the end of the career, will those people still be there for you? Will they be around to to meet your family, know your children, and those people in that industry probably will never remember you again. So why will you change your whole body for these people for just a few famous photos? I don't think it's important. I think it's so important to take care of yourself. And I look at the top girls. Yes, we've had challenges, but in the end, when we pull through and we become famous models, that we weren't the ones that allowed ourselves to be pressured into changing ourselves. So I want girls to look at my career and go, well, Coco did it, and she could do it, and she became who she became, so I can do that too. You know, look up to the girls that are doing well and realize that they aren't sacrificing themselves.
That is very nice that you are doing this for these young people, of course. So I know you're a globetrotter, I know you're a super jet setter and all these things that, of course, all of us know. But so far, you have been before in Mexico, I read.
Yes.
So what is your overall perception of Mexico?
Well, I was here in Mexico City about 2 months ago, and we were doing a photo shoot. And then I, of course, have been to Cancun, Tulum, those sort of things. But it's funny.
You were doing pictures for my competition? No, I'm kidding.
No, this was Saks Avenue.
Okay. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
No, but yes.
I know.
But when I think of, because I only just recently came to Mexico City, I always thought in Mexico of beaches and, you know, you just sit back at hotels and relax. But then coming here, it was totally different to have this city, such a different culture. And then the fashion industry inside Mexico City is crazy. I didn't know there was such a fan base of fashion. You know, I just didn't know I had so many followers here. People here are just so excited about fashion. Even if you think of downstairs at the press, how many individuals just strive, or not strive, that's not the word. They are always looking for fashion, and that excites me to be part of this show tonight, to excite people, to make people, encourage them to do even more in this industry.
That is very nice and very true, because this market is still virgin, but with people like you coming and all this happening, this is getting better and better, of course. So you are one of the pioneers of this movement, this new age, this new way for Mexico.
That's what they need. They need to keep doing this idea of bringing more people.
Absolutely.
And all together, all my social media.
No, that is crazy and amazing.
Thank you.
No, you have to tell me, how do you do that?
Well, you have to have a good team. And the most important thing for people that want to have more followers is to have your own content. So don't go out there and reblog other people's content. Go make your own. Make interesting stories. Take a beautiful photo, but don't go and copy someone else's, because don't go to my blog and copy my blog.
Of course.
Because they can go to my blog, but go and make something of your own, and people get excited about that.
And of course you have, as your husband said, a very busy agenda that makes you a very interesting person every day, no?
Yes, and then we always try and make it personable. So then at the end of the day, I still have a hamburger just like you. You know, I make sure that it's just still me, the normal girl. I show you some exciting, crazy things, but then I also show you me just relaxing, watching TV, sort of thing. So
you put personal things, though.
Yeah,
so you are not frightened about this.
No, I think we're in an age now where you can't be frightened about it. I mean, when we got married, I didn't want to put our wedding video up. I thought, like everyone else who may be celebrities or their life is always out there, that they hide it. Well, why do you want to hide your wedding? It's the most amazing day of your life. Why don't you want to share it with the world? And that's when we said, well, we'll put it on YouTube and share it with the world. And since then, I think, of course, there are things that I like to keep to myself, but those amazing moments in life, why wouldn't you share it? I don't understand people that think that their life is so personal they can't show things.
Like Tom Cruise or Katie Holmes. No, I'm kidding.
If you have a kid and it first steps walking, why do you have to hide that? show people how excited you are when you get married. Show people those photos because it's exciting to you. It should be exciting to them.
You know, I have 2 kids and here's my husband too. But also, I'm all the time I want to put personal things, but then I think that it's quite dangerous here in Mexico to show personal lives, you know, because of security or anything. And there's also a lot of envious people that doesn't, you know, like you. So it's like, I think they put energy on my kids, you know.
That could be true. I never really thought of it in that retrospective. I think, since I have no kids, I've never thought of it in that sort of way, but people are just interested in information now, especially in social media. There's always something new, and they want always something from you. But now, when I do interviews, people don't ask me these embarrassing questions because I give them enough. I give you enough in social media that you don't need to ask me more because you already see enough. So that's where I think the boundary is good for me. If I didn't show you anything, you may feel like you could just ask anything.
Exactly.
So I think I'm just...
You're very open.
I'm open, but I give you enough that you don't need any more.
That is very smart from you. You should give some lessons to these people that are hiding their lives, no? With your husband.
Exactly.
Oh, okay, so have you made real close friendship with any top model?
Yeah, I mean, you make great relationships with models because you kind of grow up at the same time in the same sort of lifestyle. I mean, the girls that I grew up in back home, they don't, when I go home maybe to Canada and go, I had a bad day, they might not quite comprehend my bad day. Whereas a model, I say, oh, I had a bad day. They completely understand what that means. So I have met some great girls. Bahadu Prince Lou is probably my favorite and the loveliest girl. She's so normal. She still remembers where she comes from.
That is very
nice. I think of girls like Caroline Trentini, Hillary Rhoda, Doutzen. Those are the sort of girls I kind of grew up in the same era, if you want to call it. And we've stayed in touch, and I just like to be around people that are still humble, and those girls are still very humble.
Yeah, they are very nice. Now that you're saying it, no, these are girls that are very nice, all of them, yeah. And tell me 3 habits that you never stop doing.
Well, one bad habit.
No, good habit. Good habits. No, give me first the...
I don't have good habits.
So give me the bad ones.
I play with my hair a lot. Like, especially when I think, if I'm really thinking hard, I start going crazy with my hair. Like, I don't understand. Like, my husband will say, like, stop.
Okay.
That is my worst habit. What else? I have not stopped biting my nails. A third. What's a really good bad habit I have?
Is there any brand that you will die to model for? I mean, you have done for everything,
I think I've
no?
done almost every single person in the world.
Is there any designer that you consider a good friend?
I'd say Zach Posen, he was the one that made my wedding dress.
Yeah, I know.
And Jean-Paul Gaultier, too.
It's a good friend. Okay, so that's everything for us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you. You are very nice.
Oh, thank you.